Alright, looking at number 7, I am multiplying two radicals. So what I'm going to do is start with the outside of the radical first, the negative 3 times 5, and that gives us a negative 15. And then we're going to multiply what's inside of the radicals now. So I have 4 times 6, which gives me 24. And my x, I've got x to the 3 and x, so that turns into x to the 4. Y squared. Now I'm going to simplify the inside of the radical. Can anything come out of the house? So I'm going to say 6 and 4, and I know that comes, that'll be left inside of the house, because if I break it down to 3 and 2, they just get multiplied together to turn back into 6. But I do know that I'm pulling out a pair of 2's here. So 1, 2 comes out of the house. But then I need to remember that I need to multiply by the original negative 15. So that actually turns into negative 30. And let's see what can come out of the house as far as our exponents. I have x to the 4th, so I can pull 2 of those out. 2 of those will pair up. And I can pull out the y, because they're squared here, I can pull it out of the radical sign, and the only thing that's left inside the radical sign is a 6. Alright, number 11 is, oh, I'm sorry, I skipped number 9. Let's do number 9 first. Okay, so we have another multiplication problem where we're going to do 6 times 4, and nothing on the outside, so all of this is going to go inside of the radical. And x to the 3rd times x turns into x to the 4th, and I have y 1 and 4 there, so that makes y to the 5th. Alright, we can go ahead and break this down again into 6 and 4. I know 6 is going to stay inside of the house, and I know that comes out as a pair of 2's, so I can pull that out as 2. And the 6 stays inside the house because it didn't pair up with anything. And looking at my x to the 4th, I can pull 2 of those out. Y to the 5th, I can pull 2 of those out. If there's 1, they got left over, because I have 5 here. And what that looks like, if you want to see it broken down, is this. I have a pair here, and this guy didn't pair up, so he had to stay inside of the house. Number 11 is not multiplication. This one is actually a subtraction problem. So remember, we have to have like radicals in order for us to be able to combine them. They're kind of like terms. So we need to break down the 25, because it looks like 5's going to be as broken down as it can be. So I can pull out a pair of 5's, and that's going to come out of the house as 1, but then I'm going to multiply it to the existing negative 2. So that one's actually going to be negative 10. I can go ahead and write this negative 6 radical 5 here. And I need to break down 125. So I know that 5 and 25 give me 125. And that comes out as a 5, but I still have a 5 inside the house, and I have an existing negative 4. So I'm going to have this one is going to stay inside of the house. And those two come out of the house as a 5, a 1, 5, but I have to multiply it by the negative 4, so it turns into negative 20 radical 5. I might clean that up just a little bit. Okay, so now I have like terms here of negative 6 radical 5 and negative 20 radical 5, and when combined, those give me a negative 26 radical 5's, and this one's all by itself, so I can just say negative 10 minus 26 radical 5.